Good day, family. Von Jackson here. Your mind is your greatest asset, and true transformation only begins after you survive the storm. That is the heart of life after struggle. I bless the movement with the official master track because the words and the music speak to our shared journey. It's raw, it's authentic, and it's a reminder that when we walk with purpose, nobody does it better. This is just the beginning of what we're building. Stay inspired, stay transformed.
I'm a Malik, the barber 912. Keep the clipper sharp and clean. The last real poet dropping jewels in every scene. Nobody does it better.
Good morning, everybody. This is your boy Malik the Barber.
And I'm Last Real Poet.
And together we are
Life After Struggle.
And today we want to give thanks to Chosen One TV. And also we have a dynamic guest today, y'all.
Yes, we do.
We are being graced with Dr. Tamara P. Glover, Miss USA International Global, y'all.
It's such an honor to have you on the show today. Everyone's so excited and looking forward to this.
Yes. Hello, beautiful people. First of all, thank you so much for all that you all are doing, especially with the amazing work Life After Struggle podcast, taking things to the next level. I am so honored and just so thankful for this opportunity to speak with you guys on today. So thanks for having me on your amazing show.
Absolutely. Thank you for coming. So we're gonna go ahead and get into the meat and potatoes. Go ahead and give us a bio about yourself to the public.
So hello, beautiful people. I'm Dr. Tamara P. Glover. I always tell people I'm a proud, and when I say proud Arkansan, I mean a proud Arkansan. So I'm all the way from the natural state. And right now I have the honor and the privilege of serving as Mrs. USA International Global. And when I look at your podcast, Life After Struggle, you know, my national platform is dealing with maternal mental health. And so for me, that hits home personally and professionally. Personally, because I am a survivor of a postpartum depression, and maternal mental health and postpartum depression are a lot of times things or topics that we stay away from. So when you say life after struggle, it gets real out here for us women.
Right. Absolutely. I also know that you're a clinical
social worker.
Dealing with that, I know you see a lot of cases of mental health, especially in the Black community, that's unspoken about. Could you tell us some more about that?
So I am a licensed clinical social worker. I have a private practice here in our community alongside with my husband, Leonardo Glover, but I'm also full-time a professor and educator. And so, but one of the things that I mainly see, especially if you're living in a rural area, individuals in our community, we were taught what? We're going to go talk to the pastor, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Instead of just really, because when you tell somebody you're struggling with some type of mental health issue, they don't take it. I'm not going to say everybody, but a lot of people don't really understand that it's not necessarily the physical disabilities. We help people with physical disabilities because we can see that. We can see a paraplegic. But a person who has a mental health issue, that's an invisible disability that's very real to them. And a lot of times we don't put it at the top of the food chain. And so I've always told people, know the signs and the symptoms when you're struggling with some type of illness. And it's good for family members to be educated too, because when you see a loved one who may not be acting or have the same behaviors that they've had in the past, and you see some behaviors and things have shifted, then we need to know how we can intervene and how we can help.
Right, absolutely.
And I've noticed that it's been stigmatized a bit as far as people acknowledging their conditions. Why do you think that people are so afraid to come out and say that they're struggling with things?
So I'll tell you, a lot of times people, mainly because of the fear of shame, the embarrassment, even with me, like, so for example, young, educated, professional woman at the peak of my career. Well, I'm not going to say the peak of my career because I'm mid-level. I just started out.
That's right.
I'm still a boss, though, even though I'm still a boss. Did I say that? Yes, I did. But in saying all of that, at a really great place in my career, married and had one son. And then when I got pregnant with my second son, that's when, after I gave birth to Samson, I started experiencing postpartum depression. And here I am thinking, with all of my accolades, all of my achievements, I'm helping people. I render therapeutic services to help individuals who suffer from mental health issues. But here I am struggling with postpartum depression. I said all of that to say this, that mental health is no respecter of person. It doesn't color your race, color, creed, your social economic status, your zip code. It can happen to anybody. It doesn't care about a title. It can happen to anybody. And there's nothing to be ashamed of, because sometimes life will throw you a curveball. But I always tell people, you got to be the best back catcher you can in the outfield.
Right.
Catch that and throw it back at life as hard as you can.
That's right. That's right.
Absolutely.
Well
Yeah.
said. Well said. Also, I know you were saying about your husband and you have the business there.
Mhm.
How did you even go into starting a business with mental health? What made you want to start a business dealing with nothing but mental health?
What inspired you?
So that's actually a really great question, and I'm gonna be completely transparent in the spirit of honesty and excellence. My husband started the business back in 2017, and it was mainly because he was working at community agencies, but he also noticed that a lot of people didn't want to go to the big community agencies. They wanted private. They wanted to be in small, secluded areas where they felt safe. And not to say the community agencies are not, but what I'm saying is terms of privacy. Sometimes they're located on busy streets and all of those things. But anyways, long story short, 2017, my husband started the business, and I was still actually working on my clinical license. He's a licensed professional counselor, and I'm a licensed clinical social worker. So after we relocated back in the southeast part of Arkansas, and I became had full-time leadership position. So things kind of shifted a little bit, and I was able to kind of take on one or two clients here and there on the weekends. And so in saying all of that, I always say that it's important for us to have people who look like us. My husband is probably one of few, especially when we lived in Northeast Arkansas, one of three Black male therapists in the city, right? So it's always important for us to have people that look like us. So when you talk about what inspired, I'm almost certain he started wanting to work for himself, for one, right? But also doing the thing that you love to do the most, and that's rendering services, because it takes a lot out of a person to say, you know what? I need your help. I need somebody to talk to. I need you to create that safe space. So of course, once I got my clinical license, it was just the automatic, hey, I got time. Let me help him with the business. And so now I'm able to work in a little bit more. The roles have kind of flipped. So I'm kind of working a little bit more than him with the
Right.
private practice now. Mm-hmm.
But look at y'all just the perfect power couple. That's what you call Black excellence.
Yes, Black excellence at its best.
Different things dealing with mental health and exporting it to the public or their peers or whatever.
And what we can do to kind of help alleviate some of the stigma that's associated with mental health issues. Right. So the biggest thing is it's okay to not be okay. It's okay to speak up and say you're struggling. Too many people are struggling in silence. I work with men and women, not just women, but men too, who are also
Hello.
especially in Arkansas, because Arkansas is small.
Right.
Thank you for allowing me on your healing journey. But it is so important for you to understand that everything we do is confidential, especially.
Yeah.
Okay, I would like to ask you, what do you think communities and people could do to render service to people that's suffering from mental health? What could they do more?
Well, one thing is we have to be mindful of what we're saying. Life and death is in the power of the tongue. Like now, especially in mental health, we're so quick to call somebody crazy. We're so quick to try to label them. And people are not their diagnosis, even if somebody has had a mental health issue or mental health challenge, that doesn't give us the right to not be supportive. So for one thing, we need to really be a lot more supportive. We need to show other people grace. I always tell people, a lot of people need TLC, and I don't mean the singing group. I mean, tender love and care. A lot of people don't want to feel love. They want to feel valued. They want to feel seen. They want to feel heard. And the other thing is, it's okay to not be okay. I had to get out of that mindset myself because I was like, well, implement TLC when we're dealing with the public. I'll tell you this, if you're not a trained, licensed clinical social worker or a licensed professional counselor or a licensed master's level social worker or a licensed associate counselor, then no, don't go out here acting like you're a therapist, somebody therapist. You just encourage that person to actually seek professional help because there is professional help. And again, everything is confidential. That is the main thing. But outside of seeking professional help, I always tell people, find you at least 5 trusted people. They don't have to always all be your friend. Don't all have to be the same age. Somebody older, it could be somebody younger, but somebody that they can create a safe space too. We don't have enough people creating safe spaces for people in the community.
Such an honor to meet you at the HBCU.
And you and your husband, matter of fact, beautiful couple. I didn't really get a chance to speak with y'all there. However, I was interested in what y'all had going on, and here I have it. We see the sign in the background.
The Royal Reset. Oh, the Royal Reset is one of my 6-week courses. So I do this thing, Yes Ma'am, with Dr. Tam. And I'm all into everything about my life is centered around service, scholarship, and wellness. That's it. As a social worker, my goal is to make sure individuals in the community live a quality life, right? And those that I'm surrounded by. And then as a professor, making sure I educate the next generation because that's truly what it's all about. We're aging up and they're coming right behind us, right? But the other thing is you can't be successful in other spaces that require a lot out of you if you don't take care of yourself. So I'm really into this wellness and I believe in holistic health. I believe that in order you have to take care of your mind, your body, and your spirit. Right. And so when we talk about this Yes Ma'am, it started out, Yes Ma'am with Dr. Tam, it started out with me walking on the treadmill after giving birth to my son. A couple months later, as I was operating through my mental health challenges with postpartum, I started making sure I take better care of myself because when you take care of your physical health, naturally it takes care of your mental and your emotional health as well.
Absolutely. We agree.
And I would like to ask you one thing. What was it like when you obtained the crown?
Oh my God.
I want to know what that moment was like.
Yes, please tell us. The people want to know.
Okay.
Before you explain, my daughter does beauty patches right now, right? And I sent her your picture. And she was like, so with that, it's like you're a role model for so many young Black females, not just Black females, but females period. But you are definitely a role model for young Black females that wants to feel beautiful and wants to show their beauty in a positive light.
Yes. Thank you guys so much for that. I appreciate that. It has been a long time coming. And, I've entered the pageantry world probably in my mid-20s. And so from there on, I've had I've done a lot in the pageant world, served as a executive director, volunteer executive director, because all of it is typically you volunteering, it's of service, which is really incredible. But in saying all of that, when I got married, I found out that after I was already married, a couple years into being married, I found out they had a married division. And I was like, oh my gosh. So having the opportunity to compete in the pageantry world as a married woman, as a mother, and as a professional, it has been incredible. And I'll tell you, my journey didn't just start. This has been like 20 years in the making. And so when you see me and people, when I got crowned, the first thing I did was, especially in my organization, let me back up and just tell you about my organization. So I'm a part of the USA World Pageant Organization, and I was crowned Mrs. USA International Global. Now, the beauty about the system that I participated with is that they crown for 15 other systems, international systems. So you don't just stop here. Once you represent the United States nationally, then you get to go internationally. So I'll be competing in Malaysia this October 1st through the 8th. But so you compete against these women, and then they crown several women, right? But then they come back and they crown a queen of queens, which is the woman who earned the highest score across all divisions, across all ages, from all of the women across the USA. And I won queen of queens as well. And so when they called my name and says Arkansas won, I was like, oh my God. Lord, help me. And I immediately like did this thing and prayed. I was praying. Somebody else thought I was dabbing. Like you remember like how to do
Right.
No, I was talking to my father because he had made it happen. It was in that
Absolutely.
moment that I realized that dreams really do come true, but only
Absolutely.
for those who pursue.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
And so yeah, God did his big one, and I'm excited to see what he's going to do in Malaysia. Either way, I can tell you right now, my pageantry journey, Frederick Douglass said it best, that without struggle, there is no progress. And so we started off rocky, but we made it to the top.
Dr. Tamara P. Glover, y'all.
Fabulous.
Yes, ma'am, with Dr. Tam. They're going to have to check me out.
Yes, ma'am. So, listen, we would love to have you back on the show to give more highlight to you. Please keep us informed of what's going on in Malaysia.
Absolutely.
We got a lot of people, I'm quite sure, is going to be asking questions, wanting to know more and more about you.
And they can join the journey too. I like to invite the listeners and the viewers. You can join the journey if you care anything about advocating for maternal mental health and you want to support the journey to Malaysia. Please reach out to me, Dr. Tamara P. Glover at gmail.com. I'm on all social media network. So Facebook, TikTok. I tell people I'm famous on TikTok.
That's right.
And Instagram. And okay. Instagram. So yeah, if you want to support, you definitely can. And I'll list all my handles and stuff to you. I'll send you guys the information as well.
Okay. And we definitely look forward to having you again. It's been an honor.
Yes, ma'am, with Dr. Tam.
Thank you guys so much.
Yes, ma'am. We appreciate you so much. I want to dedicate this show to my daughter, Amiria Talea McNeil. This is for you, baby. But yes, we thank you so much. We look forward to hearing from you again. We definitely will be in touch with you to keep up with your journey. Send out your best regards to your husband as well and your family.
Absolutely.
Will do. Thank you. See you later.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.